Good day, everybody. I hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on sentence types. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 3. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of sentence types. All right. All right. So our chapter is we're doing sentence types. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing grade 3. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of sentence types is the sentence a statement? Is it a question? Is it a command or exclamation? So that is going to be our lesson for today. So we need to say, is a sentence a statement? Is the question a command or exclamation? So that is going to be our lessons for today. All right. So when it comes to our sentence types, right? Sentence types is like the different types of sentences that we have, right? So when you, for example, write a sentence, so if you write a sentence, then depending on your tone, depending on what you ask, depending on, whatever that happens within the sentence, we will either see, or if it's a statement that is being made, if it's a question that is being asked, if it's a command that is being made, or if it is an exclamation. And we're going to find out about the four different types of sentences. All right. So for example, if you if you just randomly say something with without even someone having to say something back, right? Then it means that that is basically you just making a statement. So we have four different types of sentences, and our four different types of sentences is it's a statement, we have an exclamation, we have a question, and we have a command type of sentence, right? Let's say, for example, you are asking someone, "What is your name?" That is you asking a question because you expect an answer in return. Grade one for maths. Guys, just grade one is it's about to start soon, eh? Just give it a few more minutes. The teacher is just experiencing some technical difficulties, but she'll start ASAP. All right, so just give it a few seconds. Yes, you can stay here for now. All right. So it's almost like, let's say T. Michael asked now. T. Michael asked, where is, let's say, the grade one class? Right? So that is a question that is being asked because what did we do? We responded. Some of you responded. I responded with basically answering either him or her, right? By saying what is happening. Maybe you should just wait. Maybe the teacher's experiencing some technical difficulties, right? Because these are things that is normal and it's bound to happen, right? So this is a question. Remember, we are doing sentence types, which is the different types of sentence. This is a question. Even with somebody saying, well, do you want to be friends? That is a question. Your sentence needs to end in a question mark. Where are you from? I am from Nigeria. I am from South Africa. I am from Canada. That is a question that is being asked, right? So we see that we have four kinds of sentences. Our four kinds of sentences, one being a statement, be a question, a command, and an exclamation. That is our four different kinds of sentences. So when it comes to a statement, so when it comes to a statement, right? Then a statement, it is a sentence that tells you about something. It can be anything random, right? So a statement is basically a sentence that tells you about something. It can be anything. Even if I were to say that I am so tired, right? That is me basically just expressing how I feel. And whatever I say will be period. Like if the two of us, let's say if we were to chat over the phone and I say that I'm tired, I would put a period, right? No question mark because I'm not asking a question. No command because I'm not expecting you to do something for me, right? So even if you were to, for example, say, I have an older brother and a younger sister. If I were to say I have an older brother and a younger sister, you don't even have to respond. It's just me telling you something. And when it comes to a statement, right, it always ends with a period. Period. It ends with a period. That is a statement. Or if I were to just respond and say that I live in South Africa, and then I just put a period, full stop, period, right? Then we have a question. The next different type of sentence is a question. And a question, it is a sentence that asks something and is asking you about something. And when it comes to a question, right, it always ends with a question mark. It always ends with this sign, which is a question mark. And if we look at an example, right, we can say, how tall are you? And it ends with a question mark. Another sentence is, where are you from? And it's a question. The person is either going to say, I'm from Canada, I'm from Ethiopia, I'm from South Africa, I am from India, and so on. I am from Nigeria. That is the different responses that somebody will give you based on where they are from. Which country are you from? Question mark. I am from country. That is a question. Another question, how old are you? Question mark. Do you want to play Roblox? I don't even know what's Roblox. Question mark. Right? These are but a few examples of questions. And remember, it ends with a question mark. It is you asking something. And that means the next person is going to give you a response based on that. Then the next type of sentence that we have is a command. We have a command type of sentence, right? And a command, it makes a request or it tells someone to do something. If your teacher were to say, you need to study for the test, then that is a command that they are trying to make, or they are telling you it's a command. Because they're telling you to go and study for the test because we are writing a test next week. If your parent tells you to clean your room, that is a request, that is a command. If your teacher says, read chapter 1 by Thursday, then you need to read chapter 1. It's something that you need to do. They're telling you to do something, they're requesting you to do something. Go get me my jollof rice. That is a command that somebody's telling you to do. And when it comes to a command type of sentence, right? Then a command, it usually ends with a period. Period. It's like saying, go and get my jollof rice. Period. Read chapter 1. Period. Study for your test. Period. Clean your room. Period. Right? But now, if somebody requests something or they command something of you, if, let's say, for example, you don't listen, your parent already told you to do something, and your mom or your dad is shouting at you. So if that command shows strong feeling and then it ends with an exclamation point. For example, look out for that car. That's if you didn't see it. And then it ends with an exclamation point. Ends with an exclamation point. And then the last type of sentence is an exclamation sentence. An exclamation type of sentence, right? It is also like a statement, like the first one. So, an exclamation type of sentence is like a statement. And an exclamation, like we said, it's like a statement and it shows surprise or it shows strong feelings. Whether you're excited, whether you are in shock, whether you are shouting, right? An exclamation, it expresses those strong feelings that you have. I am excited to go to Wonderland. Yes, beautiful. That ends with with an exclamation point because you are showing your excitement. So probably your tone in voice also changes. If you're excited to go to Wonderland, you're not going to say, I'm excited for Wonderland. Because then it means that you are not excited. Your tone of voice is going to change. You're going to show the excitement. You're going to show your happy feeling. You're probably going to be jumping up and down. You're going to be telling everybody. So, which means that your sentence is going to end with an exclamation point. So, we said an exclamation point. It always ends with an exclamation point. Always. And if we look at an example, right, it says some whales are over 90 feet long. So if you now find out for your first time that a whale is over 90 feet long, then you think to yourself, like, if you're telling somebody else, like, oh, some whales, I just read a book, and some whales are over 90 feet long. Wow. Because you are expressing yourself. Another example is it's like for example saying I'm excited to go to Wonderland. It's like the person now saying I can't wait until tomorrow because you are doing something. You're going to Wonderland tomorrow. You're going to Disneyland tomorrow. You're doing something tomorrow. So now you are excited. All right. So these are our four different types of sentences. We said we have a statement, and a statement, it tells us about something, can be anything random. And a statement, it always ends with a period. Period, full stop, point. It ends with a period. All right. The next one is a question. And a question is a sentence that asks questions. And if somebody asks questions, you are expecting a response. And with a question it always ends with a question mark. And then we have a command type of sentence. And a command, it makes a request or it tells someone to do something. And when it comes to a command, it either usually ends with a period, depending on the type of sentence, or depending on the stress and the expression and how strong the person's feelings is. By making the command, making a request, then it will end with an exclamation point. And then lastly, we have an exclamation point. And an exclamation point or an exclamation type of sentence, it is a statement, but it shows surprise or it shows strong feelings. All right. And when it comes to an exclamation point or an exclamation type of sentence, right? Then an exclamation, it shows strong feelings. Yes, it is a statement, but it expresses strong feelings or it expresses strong feeling and it ends with an exclamation point. All right. So this is our four kinds of sentences. We have a statement, question, command, and exclamation. All right. So now we're going to A plus students.ca. We're going to say, is a sentence a statement? Is it a question? Is it a command? Or is it an exclamation? All right. So we're not going to go over what a statement is, what a question is, what a command, and what an exclamation is because we literally went over that. All right. But if you need me to go over, I would again. But at the moment, we went over it already. All right. So now we're going to look at a few examples or activities, and then we're going to our test. It says, run over to Lauren's house. If your parent tells you, run over to Lauren's house, is that a statement being made? Is that an exclamation that is being made? Is it a question that is being asked? Or is it a command? What type of sentence is that? All right. Before we even continue, if we look at that sentence, it says run over to Lauren's house. If somebody tells you to run over to Lauren's house, right? Then it is you them telling you to do something. It is a request that is being made. So we can say if somebody tells you to run over to Lauren's house, then this is a command. Because run over to Lauren, do your homework, right? Get something by Lauren. Yes, well done. That is a command. They are telling you what to do. All right, so that is a command. The next one says, I lost my colored pencils somehow. I lost my colored pencils somehow. If we look at that sentences, is it a statement, a question, command, or an exclamation? All right. So now let's go to, yes, a command is correct. So now let's go to our test where we are going to say, is it a sentence? Is it a statement? Is it a question, a command, or an exclamation? We need to say what type of sentence this is. Yes. The first one says, wow, the hawk's wings are amazing. And it ends with an exclamation point. All right, so we have an exclamation. So, oh, what type of sentence? So We need to say if it's a statement, option one, or an exclamation, option two. Which one is correct? I so I gave the answer already. All right. So if we were to look at the specific sentence, right, it says, wow, the Hawks' wings are amazing. It's like you're bragging by your friend, you're like, oh, did you see that? So that is yes, option two, an exclamation, and expresses it has an exclamation point. Yes, well done. Exclamation is correct. The next one says, where did you find that key? Question mark. Is it a question being asked or an exclamation? Which one is correct? So where did you find that key? And it ends with a question mark. So what type of sentence is that? Is it a statement? Is it a question, a command, or an exclamation? So where did you find that key? And that is a question, option one. That is a question that is being asked. And it ends with a question mark. So where did you find that key? And if we were to choose the correct option, we would say it is a question being asked. All right, so what kind of sentence is this? It ends with a question mark. Is it a question sentence, option one, or an exclamation type of sentence, option two? All right. And where is the key? That is a question being asked because you expect a response, right? So, yes, option one, a question is correct. That is a question being asked. All right. So we see that we have different types of sentences. We have a statement, we have a question, we have a command, and we have an exclamation. We say with a statement, it is randomly just saying anything. You can even just say that something has happened, right? All right. Remember, you need to look at the different signs that the sentence ends with in order for you to say what type of sentence it is. Of course, it can be a bit tricky to try and find the difference between what is a statement and what is a command. But just know, if you look at a statement, it is just straightforward. Whereas a command, it's like somebody telling you to do something. So we need to say what type of sentence that is. We said that the first one is a statement. So with the different types of sentence, if you come with a question mark, then it means that you are asking a question. If you either come with a period or an exclamation point, it's like you are expecting somebody to do something for you, or you are experiencing something yourself where you need to either request yourself, be stressed or strict on yourself, right? And now this is our different kinds of sentences once again. It is a statement, question mark, a question, exclamation, and a command. All right, so this is the end of our lesson on sentence types. Remember, we said we have four different kinds of sentences. We have a statement, we have a question, we have a command, and we have an exclamation. Thank you very much for joining the class, and I really hope that you are going to have a good day further. So, till next time, goodbye. All right. Goodbye, everybody.